Hello, welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. We're going to look at a series of beers from a brewery that's been fairly well established in Japan, and that is Ise Kadoya Brewery. And Ise Kadoya has been around for a long time. Well, as a sake brewery, they've been around since 1575. As a craft beer brewery, not quite so long, but still quite long in Japanese craft beer history terms. They opened in 1997, and they're located in Ise City, Mie Prefecture. And Ise is famous for one of the most renowned shrines in Japan, Ise Shrine, and the brewery has a tap room near the two shrines. One is called Gekku and the other is Naiku, and they have a number of taps available there. They opened a new brewery in 2018 called the Shimono Brewery, so they've made quite an expansion. The founder of the craft beer section is named Suzuki-san, and he has a PhD in microbiology, specifically in yeast, and so he's well versed in that. And the head brewer currently is a man named Deguchi, who is really adventurous and putting out all kinds of new beers. And in fact, they've impressed me as being a brewery that's put out so many new beers in the last year or two, trying to maybe find a core set. They also have a souvenir line of sort of regular beers called Shinto beer as well. There are two places to try them in Tokyo. One is their Shinjuku restaurant, which apparently has 4 taps, and their Tokyo Yaesu Tavern, which has 13 taps. So they have many seasonal beers and limited beers. They put out a soccer beer, I think 2 soccer beers last year, or soccer themed beers, a baseball beer. In any case, let's move along, and we're going to look at a number of their beers, and we'll start with one right now. Okay, and let's try another of Ise Kadoya's beers, and this is also more or less a new one. Let's see, we have any date on this, when it was, oh well, yeah, okay. Maybe it's not, the drink by date is April of 2021, so it's probably been around for a few months. This is called Ise Kadoya Supernova DDH DIPA. DIPA, of course, is double IPA, and DDH, I suspected that I thought that it would mean double dry hopped, but on their website they claim it's double delay hop. So maybe the same thing. I do not know. I haven't heard of this double delay before, but in any case, it is an Imperial IPA, a double IPA, 8% and 70 international bittering units, so it should pack a punch. The hops that are included are not exactly specified, so we'll have to see if we can pick them out by the aroma and flavor. Excuse me. So on RateBeer, this one has only 1 rating, and it's pretty high, 3.9 out of 5. And on Untapped, 146 ratings at 3.92, so almost identical. And this is, in 2019, they released a Supernova IPA and decided to up everything and try to make something close to Revisions Brewing double IPA, which apparently the brewery or the brewers there think that is the top double IPA in the world, they claim on their blog. And so they did some experiments and tried to get to the alcohol strength, the right IBU level and color and everything, and produce something similar to Revisions double IPA. which I've never had, as far as I know. And he said they use the double amount of hops from the regular IPA. So this is kind of a supercharged version of their Supernova IPA, which they released in 2019. And I don't believe I've had that either. So, quite a expensive label. Anyway, let's give it a go, shall we? Ise Kadoya Supernova Double Delay Hop Double IPA, Imperial IPA, 8%, 70 international bittering units. Okay, it is completely clear. Maybe just a hint of chill haze or something like that. Finger and a half of fluffy, kind of spongy, more or less white, slightly off-white foam. A little bit thick. See the lace slipping down. A little bit thick and sticky, maybe. Through the light, what do we see? Okay. Carbonation, kind of slow and thick. Aroma, woo, okay. All right, we do get some big fat tropical fruit. I'm sensing citra in here, maybe mosaic. Okay, it is thick and kind of citrusy and tropical. It doesn't really blast your nose, but it's clearly there. It seems like it's kind of hiding. I'm not getting any alcohol fumes, which I would expect. Okay, it is thick, rather juicy, extremely citrusy, and some pine in it as well, hitting the back of the palate. Maybe from mid palate on, it really starts taking off. It is slightly warming. Yeah. This is a very solid double IPA, which is, I would have to say is probably my favorite style. Maybe Saison or double IPA would be my favorite two styles, and yeah, this is solid. So I'm suspecting they put not only double the amount of hops, but they probably raised the malt bill as well in this to get this level. The hops are taking they're front and center, certainly here. It almost balances in mid palate, just about, but then the hops kind of reassert themselves, and there's a tingling sense going all the way through to the finish and continuing. It's not bitter, but lightly bitter with some fruitiness, certainly strong fruitiness in the from mid palate onwards, and very nice beer. If you can pick one of these up, please do. I highly recommend this one if you like double IPAs. It's 8% and 70 international bittering units. So if you go on to Ise Kadoya's website, you can order a lot of their beers. This one may still be for sale, but it is, as they say, it's very limited, so it may not be around terribly long. But any of Ise Kadoya's beers you should give a go, and they are productive to a degree that most breweries in Japan cannot match. So many new beers all the time, and yeah, so give them a go. And that's it for today. We will look at a few more Ise Kadoya beers, and I do have a playlist of Ise Kadoya along with many other Japanese craft beer breweries, so I hope you take a look at some of those, see what interests you. Subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. I'd like to hear from you, and I do reply. Okay. All right, you take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.